and I haven't quite had my coffee yet, so just allow for me to be perfectly and imperfectly human. In fact, that's a wonderful place for me to start today. I'm going to share out the room in a second. And we'll see who joins. Good morning. I'll be starting very shortly, but not before my coffee. Do you want to watch me do my coffee with Facebook? And welcome, everybody. I just have to have coffee before I get started. So you'll have to give me 2 minutes, or you can go. You can always go. Have to have my coffee before I can even take life seriously today. And because I am in charge of me taking full responsibility, because I'm in charge of me, I will allow myself to do this. Because I'm in charge of me. And a lot of people in life don't recognize that they are actually the ones, even myself. I have failed many times in my life to recognize deeply and profoundly that I'm in charge of me. I'm responsible for taking care of myself. I'm responsible for the manifestation of my dream. I am responsible for living a purpose-driven life. And once I get this coffee started, I'm going to start into some affirmations today. Because an attitude of gratitude, I don't know why the brown sugar is an attitude of gratitude will change your entire life. And I'm not necessarily popular with family and friends always because I maintain a higher vibration. I don't choose to get stuck in lower vibrational stories. I don't care who's sleeping with who. I don't care who's fighting with who. I don't care. However, I do hold unapologetic space for love. And I do know that what is looking for me, I'm also looking for it. Or to put it in the reverse, what I am seeking is also seeking me out. And when you are vibing high in your life, and I encourage any true stars in the room to share this out. Could you please share this feed if you can? I'm not sure if you can, but share it out to the network. I want to encourage you to keep your vibration high. Because here's the deal. No matter whether these folks around you come around to your way of thinking and believing, and they may never come around fully to your way of thinking and believing, and that's okay. At least you, if you make some agreements with yourself about how you want to live and how you want to be manifested here, at least you'll have a happy life. The one thing that allows me to remain on the mountaintop experience of my path is that no matter what anybody else is doing, by and large, day by day, I have a very magical, playful, and happy life. And having that magical, playful, and happy life is a blessing to me. Nothing to prove, nothing to protect, nothing to hide, and nothing to defend. I would also have you know that I'm happy when people are not around. So I'm going to take a few moments in my power, because I'm in my power, to make this coffee and to also share this out across my network and make sure that that link is not the link. One moment, folks. Oh, wrong link. Do not be overwhelmed in your gifts. There we go. I was telling my partner and a few other people the other day, I'm not a special human because I'm a special human. I'm just ridiculously persistent. I simply refuse to give up. I simply refuse to give up. And that tenacity will open doors for you that no one can shut. And I mean no one. And the longer I live, the more I don't give my power to others. I maintain it. Poppy water's coming up. All right, so this morning we're going to start with affirmations. And y'all chime in as you see fit. But we are moving so forward, and life is so good. Finding a comfortable seat, and thank you everybody joining over on YouTube as well. You're loved and lovable. Finding a comfortable seat. We acknowledge today that I honor my truth. I honor my truth. I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. I am enough. I am enough. Sometimes people in their very interesting ways will try to make you feel like you're not enough. usually it's tied around not having enough time or not enough money or not enough, whatever their metrics are, not enough participation, not enough, just whatever. But you are enough. I am enough. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I choose to go with the flow. I choose to go with the flow. I'm confident. I'm confident. Spirit wants me to add in, I'm courageous. What are you struggling with courage today about? What are you struggling to say? What are you struggling to do? Where are you struggling to go? What are you struggling to believe about yourself? Are you choosing to be confident and courageous? I'm confident. I'm courageous. I am present. I am present. I am supported. I am supported. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I let go of what does not serve me. I let go of what does not serve me. That includes people, places, energies, vibrations. If it's not making me feel good about myself, if it's not causing me to step further into my growth process, I let it go. No struggle, folks. I'm strong. I'm strong. I am patient. I am patient. I trust the process. I trust the process. I love myself. I love myself. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Oh, yes. Very important. A lot of people fall under the trap of deep and profound guilt and shame in their lives because they know they're not doing their best. And the remedy for that is simply deciding to do better, whatever that means for you, so that you can confidently and securely say, I'm doing my best. You sleep well at night when you're doing your best. You have a smile on your face and a positive, upwardly motivated energy in the world when you're doing your best. No one can come for you and your inner confidence when you're doing your best. It makes you impervious to the BS. I respect my journey. I choose to find happiness. I am abundant. I am rich. I I take great joy in living a happy life. Are things perfect for me? No. Do I understand everything going on around me? No. But am I happy inside in a priceless way that money can't buy? Yes. And doing these affirmations helps me to soothe and to smooth the rough edges of my existence. Remember, we're all like jagged rocks tumbling around each other. And if you're choosing to find the blessings in every lesson, you're becoming more smooth. I'm becoming more smooth. The things that used to upset me just a month ago are no longer getting under my skin because I understand that God is working in all things. And I made the agreement that life is happening for me, not to me. Which may be hard for you to hear from me. People tell me online that I have a Pollyanna kind of energy, that I move in ways that seem like, oh, there's so much suffering and so much pain, but I don't see it. Trust me, I see it. But it doesn't serve me to stay in that vibration because what I want is more than what I have. And if I just maintain the vibration only of what I have, then I won't have more. If I decide that I've only got one or two people watching me online and I just give up and stop moving forward in my calling, I'll never have what I want. Because everyone started with one or two people watching. And like I told y'all as I was making my coffee, it doesn't matter who watches me as long as I belong to myself and I choose to find happiness with what I do. I'm also going to charge us as we move into this week into the anti-capitalist affirmations, because capitalism and the money chase, and don't get me wrong, I know that we all need money in order to live and thrive and survive, but the chase of money and the anxiety around money is really ruining a lot of people's days. If I could get back the worrying energy I had around money and finance and taking care of myself, I'd be a free person for real, because I've spent so many days in the past up until now worried about where the supply and the resource, where that was going to come from. However, I remind you often that we don't hear the trees screaming for a 401k. We don't hear the grass and the birds yelling for benefits. Where's my dental, medical? we don't hear the birds screaming for provision. Somehow the birds are provided for and they sing very happy songs. And if the spirit of love and support can take care of the birds, I know that they're going to take care of my black ass. I just know it. But how do you really know, Dr. Flo? Well, I know because I've survived every day up until now. Every failure, every hardship, every disappointment, every broken heart moment, every anxiety, every depression, every moment of suicidal ideation that I've had in my life, every lost friend, every lost job, every lost opportunity, I've survived them all. Every last one. Every last one? Yes. I've survived every moment of hardship for 39 plus years. If I were in my kid self, I would say 39 and a half. 39 and a half years. And everything that sought to destroy me, and every person that sought to destroy me, and every thought that sought to destroy me did not succeed, baby. I'm an overcomer with receipts. You can't lose with the stuff I use. I've survived so much and accomplished so much because of a persistent heart. And the Spirit really wants me to talk to the community this week, and maybe the theme of the week. I used to have themes to my weeks to keep it all on the rails. The Spirit really wants me to talk a lot about persistence. Sure, you're in the pit, Joseph. Sure, you're in the valley of the shadow of doubt, Joseph. Sure, your whole family died and you lost everything, Job. Sure, these people won't listen to you and want to do what they want to do, Moses. Sure, you kill somebody, David. Sure, that baby ain't yours, Joseph. Shall I go on? Sure, your life has fallen to shit. But God uses those people in the sacred text. And God will use me. Plugging forward into our anti-capitalist affirmations, because I do believe that capitalism kills. It kills the heart. It kills the dreams. It kills the vision, because a lot of people will stop in their visions and their dreams today because they don't have the money. And once again, my spicy message is not for everybody. God set me free from that a while ago, and I'm coming back to that. My spicy message and my coaching programs and who I am, it's not for everybody. But I promise you I'm happy. I promise you I'm successful. I promise you I got joy on the inside that money can't buy. So choose who you want to sit by in the high school cafeteria room of life. In the high school cafeteria of life. Choose who you want to sit by, folks. Because if you use the analogy that high school never ends, the same people who are picking at me and picking on me are still doing that. The same people who are trying to chase the accolades and the GPAs and the self-esteem in those areas, they're still doing that. But I'm over at the table eating my sandwich, having my juice, and laughing at everybody trying so hard to be themselves. You got to try so hard to be yourself, the Spirit is saying. Just walk in love. Be persistent. Sure, if one path or one door closes for you, see in the realm of infinite possibility all of the other possibilities. I get sometimes flabbergasted by people who go out and try to make their dream come true. They only try one or two possibilities and then they stop going. Why would you do that? Why would you only turn over one or two stones and then stop trying? Sure, the door. I am a master of failure. People say F you to me all the time. I get rejected by thousands of people daily online. And I told y'all, and I told one of my clients this week, unless they got some mesquite barbecue sauce to pour over me and eat me, they cannot touch me. Unless y'all got some mesquite honey barbecue sauce to pour over me and you're going to grill me and eat me, you can't touch me. And people want that power over you. They want to feel like without them in your life, your day is going to be ruined.
You have to know who you are deep inside of yourself. Once again, this message is spicy. It's not for everybody. We want to be liked so much when we don't even like ourselves. I'll pause there for a second. We want to be liked so much by people, but we do not like ourselves. We want to be loved and adored by so many people outside of ourselves, but we do not find ourselves to be loved and lovable. This stuff that I preach and I teach won't win a popularity contest, but it definitely will set you free inside from the pain and suffering. You'll recognize that no matter what people do around you, it can't get inside you. What did Eleanor Roosevelt say? You could have all of the water of the world around you, but it cannot drown you if you don't let it inside. This is why I don't let people inside. Now, this is not me being, having a heart. Someone earlier the week accused me of having a hardened heart. I actually don't have, and I'm checking for comments. Y'all can let me know if there are any comments. I don't see any comments. I don't see anybody saying anything. So, yeah. So, they accuse me of having a hardened heart, right? But I don't have a hardened heart. I just don't allow what other people say and do around me to actually distract me from the focus of what God called me to. And even on the days where I don't believe in God, I want to do these things. I want to sing around the world. I want to encourage people. I want to be a motivational speaker. I desire to build a community of love and support with people who aren't just watching, but are participating. That's what I want. And so if I focus on what I have, I'll never get what I want. As a powerful manifester. And somebody's going to come in here today and pick up what I'm putting down. You don't have to like the message. You don't have, some of y'all won't even, some of y'all don't even want to stand out as the only person watching me. So if you're not going to want to stand out as the one person watching me and stand and be counted, it's going to be a hard time for you to stand on your own in life, making your dream come true. This is very real. I wish somebody would understand today how important it is to be able to stand on the mountaintop of your own experience and say yes to life. This is a masterclass. Sure, they push you into the locker. Sure, they knock you down the stairs. Sure, they withhold glasses and braces from you. Sure, they tell you, I know who you really are. Had to talk to my therapist this week about the fear of exposure that so many brilliant people have. This fear that you're going to get found out in your brilliance, that somehow someone's going to come to you and let me turn off this WhatsApp. Somebody's going to come to you and say, I see who you really are, Dr. Flo. You're not really loved and lovable. You're really just trying to do this and that. We have to free ourselves from these things daily. And that's why I come into the Midday Boost every day, to set the people free. I sing a song of freedom and deliverance. I speak a word of freedom and deliverance. And if you are not truly trying to get free and delivered in this life, and you think you know better, you won't like me very much. Remember, your best thinking got you where you are. Your best thinking got you where you are. My best thinking got me where I am. So if I look at all of the circumstances of my life, and I look around and I see what I'm living in, and I see what I've manifested, and I see what's happening for me. Oh my gosh, the best thinking that I had got me here. Maybe it's time for me to do better. It's a very spicy message though. And I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm mostly speaking to myself. areas in which I played myself by being overly fixated with other people and oppressive systems that do not seek to support Dr. Flow, but seek to actually destroy me at the roots so that the light won't go out. So the message of light, I'm a light worker. Also, Poppy Water has been revealing to me, and it's always been true. It's not a surprise. When Poppy Water was in Pampers, I was reading books about, the dark side of the soul, the shadow side of the soul. I'm a shadow worker. I'm very, very intimately acquainted with my shadows. I'm very intimately acquainted with the shadows in others. So when people start moving through their shadow self or operating in lower vibrations around me, I'm uniquely equipped to not take it personally because I know my shadow too. You know, that squinty eye you give people, that look of, I don't know about them, when it's really you not knowing about yourself. But let me get off y'all next today. I didn't come for this. Anti-capitalist affirmations say that I'm allowed to spend my time creating things even if they are not beautiful. That includes your TikToks, that includes your reels, that includes your live streams. I didn't even brush my teeth before coming in here today. But I showed up for my dream. All of these requirements that we think we have and all these things we think we have to do in order to deliver the water to the people, not so. I'm allowed to spend my time creating things even if they are not beautiful. There's no such thing as a real job. All forms of work are real and valid. I'll pause here for a second to talk about the fact that people have been messaging to me for the last 2 years that I need to leave the house and get a real job. And I may or may not be door dashing soon and doing something fun to get me out of the house and get me moving and seeing the sun and stuff like that. But let me be very clear to y'all. This is my job. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like to see it. But I promise you I'm on my assignment. Setting the people free from this mental slavery that Marley talked about. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Only self can free the mind. There's no such thing as a real job. All forms of work are real and valid. And what you're going to see in very short order, people will be paying me plus gratuity for the fire and water I bring. The fire to burn up everything that's not holy, and the water to quench the thirst. That is my anointing. I'm one of the anointed ones. And this is my job. To tell you that you're loved and lovable. Some people are meant to bake biscuits. Some people are meant to clean the streets. Some people are meant to keep the bushes on campuses and universities beautiful. That's what they're called to. They find great joy in it. It is my joy to show up on these live streams. 1 or 2 people watching, it matters not to me, beloved, because I'm called to that one person to look right into the camera and go, you are loved and lovable. Stop playing yourself. Stop playing with your gifts. Stop doubting your higher calling. Stop procrastinating on what you know you would love to do. Stop wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, wondering when your deliverance is going to come when God already spoke which direction to take. And for those of you who are atheists in this space, because you don't have to believe in God to sit by me at the lunch table, maybe God isn't calling you to shit. Maybe you just want it. Maybe you just want it, Poppy Water. Maybe you just want it. Maybe you just want more abundance and financial wealth. Maybe you just want to travel the world and sing and spread loved and lovable messages. Maybe you just want it. You know, because some people are like, well, I can't do anything because I don't feel like God has called me to it. And is God the voice in your head, or is God like, does God sound like Freddy Krueger, or does God sound like Morgan Freeman? Or like, maybe you just want what you want, but you're going to have to be persistent. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to live stream. You're going to have to do your reels. You're going to have to show up. There's no such thing as a real job. All forms of work are real and valid. There's nothing that I need to accomplish to be worthy. I'm already worthy. There's nothing that I need to accomplish to be worthy. I'm already worthy. Doing nothing is good for my soul. Doing nothing is good for my soul. I'm not defined by what I produce. I'm not defined by what I produce. Even this live stream does not define me. My worth cannot be measured by my paycheck, my job title, or a list of professional academic achievements. Remember, I told y'all about the people earlier who, because they went to the Ivy League schools and because they worked with and sang for this person and that person, they really do think they're better than you. They're not better than you. They're just called to their lane. You're also called to your lane. But I promise you, your worth cannot be measured by paychecks, job titles, or a list of professional or academic achievements. I do not need to monetize my hobbies. It is enough to spend time doing something I love. I do not need to monetize my hobbies. It is enough to spend time doing something I love. I will not let society decide what success looks like. I can define what successful life looks like for me. Once again, this goes back to our families and our friends. This goes back to the people watching us and the pressure we feel from people watching us. The pressures we feel under the eye of scrutiny. Now remember, everybody watching you doesn't want you to succeed. Sometimes they're watching to see if you're failing or not. We know this. We can now move forward. I will not let society decide what success looks like. I can define what successful life looks like for me. And those who know this love and lovable vibration understand where I'm coming from. You'll be able to sit on the mountaintop of your own experience and say yes to life. Yes to love. Yes to positive vibrations. Yes to the outpouring and the indwelling of the Spirit. Yes to joy, unspeakable and full of glory. Yes to all that is good. Yes to feeling good. And once again, you have to have a certain level of confidence to sit on a live stream and talk to yourself until the people come. Okay? Like I said, so many people can't even sit in a live stream by themselves with you without feeling a pressure and a tension. If they can't even sit and watch you for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour, and they have lives going on. Maybe they didn't plan to come. I hold space for people who will say, yo, I'm going to Dr. Flo's Midday Boost. I'll be there for an hour. It will top me up on life. And maybe I'll hear something that encourages me and then I'll move on. But many people, and frankly, the people who watch me right now, they're not going out. And many of the collaborators that I have, even if we keep it a buck, they're not going out and doing their own 30, 45-minute, an hour live streams. They're not enthusiastic and passionate about sharing the loved and lovable message with people. I don't see their loved and lovable live streams. I don't see them even going live for 5 minutes. Who does he think he is? I'm the guy that's been talking for the last 40 minutes, encouraging people online. And what I give out in the world will be multiplied back to me. I'm going to read this and I'm going to hand it over to Poppy Water. And then I'm going to come back and talk about the chakras, because we haven't talked about the chakras in a while. It's kind of fallen through the cracks of our programming for some other things, which is completely okay. The chakras have been around since 1500 BC. Chakras ain't going nowhere. Ever. But I did want to charge the room with this quote. Deep at the center of my being, there's an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and it radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. See, I'm not here just masturbating for you people. I don't need you to prove to me that I'm smart, or I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Me spreading the loved and lovable message makes me feel good. It's an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it. And my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms of my home with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself. Very important, folks. What a way to use and say, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. What a gift. I love myself. Therefore, I work at a job that I truly enjoy doing. One that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people that I love and that love me, and earning a very good income. I love myself, therefore, and I love the way that she sets this up. I love myself, therefore, meaning that I love myself so I behave differently. Some of y'all really do act in ways that tell me that you don't love yourself. And then you get mad at me when I act in ways that I do. Treacherous. I love myself, therefore I behave and think in a loving way to all people, for I know that that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am. I love myself. Therefore, I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself, therefore I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that the future is bright and joyous and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. And so it is. I love myself, therefore I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good, and knowing that the future is bright and joyous and secure, for I'm a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore, and so it is. Here is the rub, and I'm going to pass this over to Poppy Water for whatever spirit is downloaded into his heart today. The rub is this, folks, and I'm recognizing the rub more and more every day. Every human, known by me or not known by me, has the exact same 24 hours in every day. And some of y'all are mad because I use an hour of my day to be love. And you know you could do the same thing, but you don't. And it pisses you off inside. And I'm going to let you know, the only way to clear that hurdle is by being bold love. Don't be mad at your homie. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee. But we all, Beyonce, for example, has 24 hours in her day. She doesn't have 25 hours. She doesn't have 26 hours. She doesn't have 27 hours. She has 24 too. Very inspirational to me because she's using her time wisely and efficiently to do what she wants to do with her life. And a lot of you, it's easier for you to be mad at me. I've only been speaking for 46 minutes, which means I've got another 23 hours to do whatever I want to do. But you say you want your ministries. You say you want your side businesses. You say you want to quit your day job. You say you want true freedom in your life, but you're not willing to show up for a single hour of your own time every day. Even if I did my hour and then went and sat with someone for their hour, it would only be 2 hours and I would have 22 hours left. I'm praying that the Spirit continues to release me from excuses so I can get on with my assignment. I'm apparently now going to be returning to selling plates of food to make the rent. Apparently, I'm going to be door dashing to close the gaps. That was always available. We just had to get out of our own way and provide a proper use of our time and energies. God is good, and the mercy of life endures forever. Poppy Water, what's coming up for you today?
There we go. They have like a decoration button that tells you you're on, and it looks just like the microphone, but not a button. It's just to tell you where you're at. All right. I'm going to speak on a little quick thing about narcissism, which it just came for me when you were just speaking here at the end. And then I'll go into my general word. I was called to redefine narcissism and the ways that we look at narcissists, who arguably, in this definition, may need us the most, even though they push us away the most aggressively. And also, this may bring up for you your own ways of which you practice narcissism. I don't think it's a permanent. I don't think it's a permanent trait or quality. I think it's a collection of behaviors that we can catch ourselves in at times, and I've caught myself in them at times. So I'm called to define narcissism as the refusal to admit there is a level of self-loathing in yourself that is being masked by a false sense of bravado and the ego. Read it again. Narcissism is being defined as the refusal to admit there is a level of self-loathing in yourself And it is being masked by a false sense of bravado or ego. And in that definition, that actually causes me to give more compassion to those that I may see as narcissists, as I refused to admit I love myself as deeply as I proclaimed or really wanted to, right? And you don't have to be guilty in that knowing. That just means there's more room for you to love yourself. So just do that work that's required, rather than hiding it or just overly pushing for the opposite to be true, because you only feed that fire when you don't put everything out in the open. And that's not saying for everyone else. That's saying just for your personal conversation with yourself. Narcissism don't start when you start lying to other people. Oh, I love myself. Get out of my face, right? It starts when you are in yourself and yourself is telling you, I don't know if we love us. Shut up. I love myself. And I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Don't bring up them traumatic memories anymore. Oh, that person makes you think about that. Well, just block them. Because we love ourselves. So we don't want to hear that. And so it starts inside. So I just wanted to uplift that. As we're going to be talking about ourselves anyways. Because in my 3 points today, and I'm going to make them quick, it's just all about our mental health, beloved. Are you working on your mental health, right? There comes a time where you have no choice. You gotta work on your mental health, and this is that turning point. A lot of us right now are at those turning points where either we choose ourselves or ourselves chooses us. You can't avoid it any longer, and so you must face the darkness within inside you, right? In order to fully be awake in this next level of your life that you're moving into, again, in order to fully be awake in this next level, you need to know how long you have been asleep and how deep in it you were. How long have you been asleep? Ask yourself. I've been asleep arguably since I was 7. Asleep to my power, asleep to my creative flow, and I'm done being that confused child, personally. I'm done being that confused child because it only sets me up for situations where I'm replaying that tape again. And I intentionally say replaying that tape because we have to take out the tape of our trauma. And that doesn't mean ignoring it, throwing it in the garbage, not thinking about it. That means working through it with somebody, processing it, learning from it, and healing out of it. I've been doing a lot of healing work in the current fires, right? Not realizing that those fires are only sparking up because of flammable oil leaking down the street from my past. And so I put out these new fires. I'm good at that. Put them out. But why do they keep coming back? It's because they have a fuel source from my past. Do your fires of today have a fuel source from your past that you are not cutting off? Because then you're going to be exhausted because you're going to keep putting out fires. I'm at a place in my life where I'm coming out of steady putting out fires. And I had no choice but to follow the trail of oil back to my past. And this is the season where we're going to have to go look back into those pits and process it and really heal out of it before you walk and fall into another pit. whether what you went through was of your own choosing or you were a helpless child. You gotta go back, process it for real, so it does not keep coming up. Because them demons, they'll just put masks on and come back to the party. They'll say, oh, I can't come in as me. Okay. Let's do the masquerade thing. We gotta face them. You really do, because a lot of us don't know. And stand with me. Yes, you're under psychic attack, and you're doing it to yourself. Yes, you're under psychic attack, and yes, you're doing it to yourself. Replaying that tape that's triggering you. A lot of us wouldn't knowingly, and some people do it. And for the sake of this, a lot of us wouldn't knowingly play a video over and over again of us being brutally attacked by someone, for example. We wouldn't play that and just watch it. Because we're like, why? I'm gonna just keep reliving it. Why am I watching this? Apply the same thing to your memories and to your healing process. You not healing is the same thing as you not taking that tape out of the tape deck. It's the same thing as you letting it play on repeat in your life, because it's going to keep playing out in your subconscious. The mind is a powerful thing. You'll keep calling for that situation to come back to you because your mind wants you to deal with it. Your mind, that's a part of the God's not testing you, you're testing. Your mind is like, you need to deal with this. We were victimized, and I need to be healed from this. So you're either going to heal from that abuser who did it the first time, or we're going to keep attracting people to do it again until you realize you need healing from this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. So you take control and grab your past and take it with you into therapy, into counseling, into 12 steps. I myself have reached out and I'm on track. They reached back out to me today and they said I'm officially on the list and those things to get a sponsor for Emotions Anonymous, right? Because I realized it has never been about any of these people. None of these people and any of these new situations in my life, these new fires, where I felt like, oh, that's a betrayal. Oh, it's not. It's not. It's just the two of us showing up in each other's lives and playing the roles in the tapes that we play in our heads. And mine was the victim. Because I have been, and I have not admitted it, a victim in my past as a child. I just said, no, that was happening to somebody else. Witnessing it doesn't make you a victim. Yes, it does. And yes, it can. You have to acknowledge it and move out of it, or that tape going to keep playing. And I got a new song that I want to play. I'm going to take this tape out of the deck. So you take that tape out of the deck, beloved, because you are putting yourself under psychic attack. And I'm landing with this, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot more. How we hex ourselves with our mind. How we call suffering into our life in our mind, ourselves. God just send the characters in play. We are around here shaping and playing with the story. God just sent us the characters, the set, the lighting. We're on stage saying, you brutalized me. You abused me. You lied to me. You hurt me. Not understanding that we're putting these people in these positions to play these roles because that's the reality we know. And Yeah, I'm just deciding not to play that tape, and I urge you all to release that tape. Release that tape. Releasing that tape is going to be powerful for you. If you're around here like, I'm tired of the people waiting to see me fall. Because it's people who enjoy hearing that tape play out of you. Because they don't have to hear their tape, because yours plays live, is now playing louder than their tape. That they don't enjoy. So they be like, ooh, Brantley's tape is on, Poppy Waters' tape is on. I ain't gotta hear my tape. It's kind of like 13 Reasons Why. It's my tape. I don't want to focus on my tape. Nobody wants to focus on their tape. That's why we gotta do the work to take it out of the player. Just take it out. And you're going to empower yourself in a way all of these problems are going to cease. That's what God's putting on my heart. Brentley, because God don't call me Poppy all the time. God talks straight to me and straight through my child self and goes, Brentley, I promise you, when you heal from your childhood, everything else is going to line up to you because you're going to have a new story and it's going to be a new tape that plays and you're going to love it. So play a new tape. And that's what I'm called to say. And then I want to lastly land, because kind of the first and the second point really played together. The first point was about mental health. The second point was about psychic energy and psychic attack. And you see how they came in. And this third point is about coming under a lot of craft. And here's where the hoodoos and the conjurers go, somebody texted me, no. Somebody texted me, no. Craft doesn't just mean expert. To create, to form. The word craft. Let's look at the word craft. Coming under a lot of craft. I just keep hearing being rebuilt in the glory of the Lord. You have been coming under a lot of craft. You have done a lot of craft on yourself. You have done a lot of work on yourself. And it don't negate that. But a lot of that work has been spent on putting out the little new fires that come from the past that we really need to handle. God is now strengthening you enough through these little fires to now go into the inferno and lay it to rest. Lay it to rest. God has put on my heart, and I have to say this just like this. Face your path, your past. You're going to win. Face your path and your past, and you are going to win. Because the past does not have any power over your path. So face it. There's an immense healing coming over you. Coming over myself. We have to heal deeply. I got into a place where I'm like, all these people, forget all of these people. What am I doing to me? And I've been doing the biggest self-sabotage and become my own abuser in that way. Because I promise you, when that tape is playing and the tape says you have to have an abuser at all times, when nobody's there to play the role, it'll become a one-man show. I promise you. It'll become a one-man show because I need to be getting abused because my role is to be abused. That's the tape I've been playing. Where as soon as I'm like, it's peaceful. Mind, what's the problem? Mind, what do you want? I'm having a good day. What is this? I want you to face your past. Because you resting, but I'm still going through it. Bringing it to the front. Because let me tell you, your subconscious is very much like this. If I'm going to go to hell, you coming too. So we have to heal out of it. There's so much healing coming over us. And there's so much healing coming over me. urge you through my story to know that you don't have to be your past. And don't ignore it. Do not ignore or silence your past. To go talk to somebody. And I love you. Know that you are strong enough and enough. And yeah, just face your past. You'll win every time. Do it with support and do it with courage. You're courageous for looking back in the first place. But you gotta heal out of it. You can't just say, I'm gonna do my best to be happy right now, when there's a thorn from your past stabbing you. You gotta pluck it. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all's time. And that's all I have today. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. And I pray this word helped you today.
Thank you, Poppy Water. You're amazing. Great share. Today we are focusing and grounding ourselves in our root chakra. For those of you who've been with us for the last few months, we've been doing the 7-day pillar challenge, which is anchored in the ancient Vedic wisdom of the chakra system. If you're not familiar with the chakra system, if you're like me and you were raised in the cult of Christ and you weren't allowed to talk about chakras because Jesus never talked about chakras, you may want to introduce this into your practice in order to have a happy life. I can't tell you what to do, but I can open it to you. So there's 7 days in the week and there's 7 chakras, and we take a chakra a day. We start on Sunday in our root chakra, and then we rise through our crown into Saturday. So today we're going to be focusing on our root chakra and getting grounded for the week ahead. Some of you are walking around in life and will continue to walk around in life not grounded at all in your energy. If you're feeling anxious about life, if you're feeling agitated about life, if you're feeling like things are not working out for you, some people report having a waterfall of thoughts type of situation. They can't turn off the thoughts in their minds. Their minds jump around from thing to thing. I coach people all the time whose minds are just jumping from thing to thing to thing to worry about. You may want to ground yourself on Sundays in your root chakra. I certainly am. And when you're not grounded in your root chakra, you can't trust people. You're just struggling with life because you're imbalanced. The root chakra is all wellness. I always tell the people that I coach that everything that you need in life, every solution that you need in life is already inside you right now. A lot of people think they have to reach beyond themselves in order to find solutions to their problems. But the truth is, you have an instinctual wellness mechanism inside of you that wants you to be okay. You have the ability to self-soothe and to give yourself everything you need to be grounded. If you want to focus more intensely on your root chakra and your grounding energy, you can wear the color of red. That color symbolizes courage, sex, passion, strength, and also the taking of action from a grounded place. You can also eat apples, beets, pomegranates, and proteins, and those things will help you be rooted and grounded in your energies. Because none of us want to be just flying around in life like we are, in the wind from a flagpole. We want to find a place of stability inside. I don't know any human that doesn't want to feel more stable. This is just root work. And so if you want to be more rooted in your courage, your sex, your passion, your strength, and the taking of action, focus on your root chakra and healing meditations around that. Focus on the affirmation of I am. I am confident. I am supported. I am guided. I'm worthy. I'm abundant. I'm calm. I'm capable. I'm willing. Just that affirmation, I'm willing. Don't even try to go for a dream or to manifest anything if you ain't willing. And a lot of us have to get honest with ourselves about whether or not we're willing to actually do the work of getting what we want. I'm willing. For those of you who charge crystals to focus your energies and to focus your intention, hematite, obsidian, onyx, red jasper, shungite, tourmaline, and smoky quartz will help you do that. It's really all about what we focus on. I don't think the rocks themselves have power, personally. I think it's the fact that we are putting our subconscious minds on the idea, on the thought that we want to be more grounded in our lives. And simply having a willingness to be more grounded will cause you to make the decisions and choices to be more grounded. This ain't rocket science, folks. People have been doing it for thousands of years. The body part that corresponds with the root chakra is the base of the spine and the tailbone. And when you are aligned and grounded with your powerful I am, which is the root of everything, the statement I am, you'll start to feel more secure in your life. You will not be wavered by the thoughts, opinions, and the movement of life around you, but you'll trust, I'm talented, I'm capable, I'm worthy. For those of us walking with us on the 365 days of Kwanzaa, today we will settle into unity. This idea that we're not separated from ourselves, we're not duplicitous in our nature, we're not multiple people, we are at one with ourselves and we are at one with the divine. I'm going to read the authenticity chant and then we're going to be out of here so I can take a small walk before my next meeting. I'm coaching someone today at 2:00 Eastern. If you're out there and you want someone to believe in your dreams with you and you want to actually learn how to make your dream manifest, just DM me. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know where to find me. Trust me, Popular. They know where I live. Whether they stop by my house or not is up to them, but they know where I live. They all do. I'm not hard to find. Some of them are hard to find, but I ain't hard to find. Welcome, Quincy. You're loved and lovable. All right, last thing, and then we'll be out of here. The authenticity chant. Authenticity chant. Actually, I'm going to read Stop Hating as a spell first. I have to get my wand. Stop hating, a spell. Let me pull the weed up by the root. Hello, root chakra. Let me pull the weed up by the root and notice the soil that I stand on. Is this a necessary vitriol? Is this what I choose to rant on? Is there nothing to build and nothing to grow? No more to offer up? Nothing to know? Is there a way now that I could let go? Can I look in the mirror and love me more? And then finally today, the authenticity chant. Let me not posture. Let me not front. Let me not say yes to lives I don't want. Let me not use words that don't mean a thing. Let me be fly as I am, no trying. Let me good from my heart, not my rep. Let me be still when I can't take a step. Don't let me get too caught creating my face. Let me just love me all over the place. I'll read it one more time. Let me not posture. Let me not front. Let me not say yes to lives I don't want. Let me not use my words that don't mean a thing. Let me be fly as I am. No trying. Let me good for my heart, not my rep. Let me be still when I can't take a step. Don't let me get too caught creating my face. Let me just love me all over the place. I hope that today, whether you tuned in live or in the replays, that you find a self-love and a sustaining self-compassion that allows you to love yourself all over the place. And even though the world wants everybody to pull towards the center and to be homogenized into bland living and inauthentic living and anxious living and depressed living, I hope that you find the courage today, whomever you are, to live authentically as yourself in your freedom. And that you live a life that is honoring of you. And that you come back. I don't know when Waiting to Exhale is going to be back. Do we know where?
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do like I did with TikTok. I'm going to do audio on Clubhouse for those that want to come in and be in the event. And then as I'm going through 365 days of Kwanzaa today, and I do the affirmations that align with the root chakra, I'll do all of that visually here on Facebook. And then we'll continue the rest out over on Clubhouse. I may actually, I'll do Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. I'll be visual in all the spaces. And then if you want to join in and actually be a part of the event, come over onto Clubhouse and tap in the audio.
Yay. So Waiting to Exhale will be at 6:30 p.m. tonight Eastern. Check our schedule of events for that. And then I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. to do some type of closing ceremony for the day and to anchor the people who are in this community. Remember, everybody, you don't have to save everybody. In fact, save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself.
You can save so many people by saving yourself. That's what you need to know.
And so for those who've been around today and have been in this vibration of love, I'm very, very grateful. There is a peace that passes understanding. There is a peace that money cannot buy that I've learned. I'll close with this. I was talking with my mentor yesterday in New York City, and he says that New York City is still open for me and there's tons of opportunity there, which I'm grateful for. He said, it doesn't matter what you've gone through, Dr. Flo, for the last 10 months of your life, as long as you learn the lesson. And what I learned over the last 10 months of many lessons is that there is a peace in this life that money cannot buy. And just hang out with people long enough and pay attention, and you'll see that they got all the money, all the technology, all the trinkets, all the gadgets and gizmos and odds and ends, but they are bankrupt of peace. So I stand on the mountain of my own experience, and I stand on the mountain of my life knowing that no matter what happens, and no matter who happens, and no matter who's around, and no matter what's around, I have peace inside. And it's wonderful. So I hope that everybody can tap into that. It is a vibration. It is a frequency. If you'd like to coach with me, I'm I am going to be launching a service called Spiritual Wingman, Business Wingman, Romantic Wingman, Vocal Wingman. If you need a wingman, if you need a dream doula, if you need someone in your corner helping you take your stuff to the next level, I don't know anybody on the planet who does not want to take what they have to the next level. If you want to go to the next level, reach out to me. Y'all know where to find me on the internet. It's 2023 and the phones are smart. Okay? I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Have a wonderful day. You're loved and lovable. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. And may love hold you today and every day in its big, 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 big hands. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, and me. May everyone feel the blessing of this life today and the peace that passes understanding. It was always ours all along. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Shout out to all the Truth fans. Find their links in bios on the websites. And have a wonderful day. Take care.